Mrs. Rayner and I are on our way to Brighton. We're almost there, actually. Oh wow, look, there's a sea view from our bedroom window. Well, it's a seagull anyway. Brighton is on the coast, straight down from London. It's kind of the place where London comes to have a good weekend out, basically. And so there's all sorts of stuff going on at the seaside.
This is your famous Brighton Pier, and oh no, they stopped.
This was the day of the Brighton run, when all the old vintage cars go from London to Brighton. But we got there a little bit late and only saw these two. Behind me is the old Brighton Pier, which I think it burnt down or something. It's had all sorts of problems anyway. That's all that's left of it. And the only people that go there now are starlings, thousands of them every night. They congregate and swoop around in the sky, and they all come down and they roost on the old pier and the structure there. And well, have a look for yourself. The amazing thing is that every night you can go down and watch this incredible sight. It's called a murmuration, and this is a great flock of starlings. And they are out in the countryside foraging during the day, and they all come together, and it takes about a quarter of an hour, it takes about 3/4 of an hour for them all to come together, all little groups, getting into bigger and bigger groups, and they fly around and around the pier, looking for a safe time to come in. And I think maybe the sunset, you know, the light levels might give them sort of messages kind of when to finally come down to roost. And this is a nice safe roosting place for them, except that there are gulls and other creatures in other places. There'll be falcons and things trying to pick them off as they come into roost, and then there'll suddenly there's a moment, and whoosh, they just come down, and they all just land at the same time. And it's this incredible kind of hive mind that they have. And you can just sit and watch them for hours, as we did. 2 nights running, we came down and just watched the whole amazing performance. And as the sun goes down, it's a beautiful day. And lots of other people come down to watch. And it's just like, they remind me of amoebas. If you've ever watched an amoeba under a microscope. And it's like one organism just kind of flowing and moving, and it's just amazing. So if you ever get a chance to go and see a murmuration, then do. And if you've never seen one, then and you live in the UK, then Brighton is a place to go and witness something like this. It's incredible. And then Brighton being the place that it is, you get guys on the beach making gigantic bubbles, and kids that are leaping about, bursting into them, doing all sorts of fun things. Seafront on the 5th of November, and this is Guy Fawkes night, and we were going to go to a place called Lewis, but you can't get in or out anymore, which is the most bonkers kind of firework festival. So we're sitting here on the front waiting for a firework to go up.
Hey, there you go.
Yay! Christmas. Well, on our way home, we stopped off at the Royal Horticultural Society Gardens at Wisley, and look at this amazing tree. It's almost like a molecular sort of model structure thing from science. And then over here we have kind of exotic cactuses and things. And but this being YouTube, there are people watching this going, "Oh, we have those in my backyard." We have to come to a special great big glass house to see things like that here. But you probably have to go to a glass house to see what we have growing here over there. We had something like this outside our front door when I lived out in Aden as a child. Aden in the Yemen now. And there was always one flowering every day. This looks positively prehistoric. We've got kind of fruiting body pods inside there. They look like Day of the Triffids or something. Look at these weird leaves. And then the branch comes out here. The spore lets out into two, like kind of handlebars or something. As we're driving home in the car, we're listening to a story on an e-book which is set in Kenya. And there's a hippopotamus, but right at the moment there's a hippopotamus might come and eat our hero. So I remember when I went to Guam about 10 years ago, I was visiting schools, and Candy, who was looking after me, she had fantastic orchids growing in her garden. And she went and picked these and made the most fantastic lei, a kind of necklace of orchids around my neck as a kind of a welcome gift. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, thanks for watching, and make sure you are subscribed and keep coming back to the Shoo Rayner drawing channel. In the meantime, keep watching. and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.